If waking up every morning feels more like a battle than a blessing, then this story is for you. Because once there was a man who woke up angry at the world every single day, until one simple habit, just 5 minutes every morning, quietly changed everything. Not just his mornings, but his entire life. Stay with me, because this might change the way you wake up tomorrow. In a bustling city where buildings stretched into the sky and people rushed through life without slowing down, there lived a 35-year-old man named Marcus. Marcus had what most people would call a good life. A stable job as an accountant, a decent apartment, enough money to pay his bills. On paper, everything looked fine. But every single morning, Marcus woke up miserable. The moment his alarm rang, his first thought wasn't gratitude. It was dread. Another day. More work I don't enjoy. More stress. More of the same. He would lie in bed scrolling through his phone, filling his mind with news that made him anxious and social media that made him feel like he was falling behind. Other people's success. Other people's happiness. Other people living the life he wished he had. By the time he got out of bed, his mood was already heavy. At breakfast, he barely tasted his food. His mind was already at work. Dreading meetings, expecting problems, replaying yesterday's frustrations. His girlfriend, Lena, noticed one morning over coffee. "Marcus, when was the last time you actually enjoyed waking up?" He stared into his cup, trying to remember. "I don't know," he said quietly. "Maybe when I was younger, before everything got complicated." Lena looked at him gently. "You're alive. You're healthy. You have people who love you. But you act like life is something you have to survive instead of something you get to live." Her words stayed with him. But he didn't know how to change. He kept telling himself, "I'll be happy when things get better, when I earn more, when life becomes easier." But that moment never came. And slowly, the negativity became his normal. Even good things couldn't break through it. A raise, a sunny day, a kind gesture, none of it lasted. He had trained himself to focus on what was wrong. Then one evening, Lena said something that shook him. "I love you, Marcus, but I can't keep waking up next to someone who hates waking up." That night, he couldn't sleep. He stared at the ceiling asking himself a question he had avoided for years. When did I become like this? The next morning, he woke up at 5:30 a.m. and couldn't go back to sleep. Instead of lying there with his thoughts, he did something different. He went for a walk. The city was quiet. The air felt fresh. For the first time in a long while, everything seemed still. In a small park, he noticed an elderly man sitting on a bench, feeding birds. The man looked calm, peaceful, even happy for no clear reason. Marcus felt drawn to him. "Mind if I sit?" he asked. The old man smiled. "Of course." They sat in silence for a moment. Then Marcus spoke. "You look genuinely happy." "How?" The old man chuckled softly. "You think happiness is something you find? Isn't it?" Marcus asked. The old man shook his head. "No. It's something you practice." That word stuck with him. "Practice?" The old man nodded. "Tell me, what was your first thought when you woke up today?" Marcus hesitated. "Honestly, I thought, another day I have to get through." The old man smiled gently. "Exactly. You've been training your mind every morning to expect negativity. After years of practice, you've become very good at it." Marcus sat quietly, realizing how true that was. "Can it be changed?" he asked. "Yes," the old man said. "And it starts with 5 minutes." He pulled out a small notebook from his pocket. "For the past 20 years, every morning before I touch my phone or think about my day, I write down 3 things I'm grateful for." Marcus looked unsure. "That's it?" The old man picked up 2 small stones. Your mind is like a garden. Every morning, you plant something. If you plant worry and frustration, that's what grows. But if you plant gratitude, something else grows instead. He handed Marcus a blank notebook. 30 days. 3 specific things every morning. Before anything else. Marcus looked at the notebook, then back at the man. For the first time in a long time, he didn't feel dread. He felt curious. "I'll try," he said. The first morning felt awkward. He sat on his bed, staring at the blank page. Finally, he wrote. "I woke up today. My bed was comfortable. Lena is still here." It felt forced. Almost pointless. But he kept going. By day 5, his entries became a little more real. The way Lena laughed last night. My coffee tasted perfect this morning. No traffic on my way home. By day 12, something shifted. He was sitting in a meeting when he noticed sunlight coming through the window, casting soft patterns on the wall. Without thinking, he paused. "That's actually beautiful." And then he caught himself thinking, "I'll write about this tomorrow." For the first time, he was looking for good moments instead of problems. By day 17, his awareness had grown. The sound of rain felt calming instead of annoying. A small act of kindness from a colleague stayed with him. Even the color of the trees caught his attention. Lena noticed the change. "You seem different," she said. He showed her the notebook. As she read through it, her eyes filled with tears. "You're coming back," she whispered. By day 25, something even more surprising happened. He woke up before his alarm. Not because he had to, but because he wanted to. That morning, he wrote. "I woke up excited today. I can't remember the last time that happened. Lena sleeping peacefully next to me. I'm starting to feel in control of my mind again." On day 30, he returned to the park. The old man was there, just like before. "I did it," Marcus said. 30 days. The old man smiled. "And what changed?" Marcus took a breath. "My life didn't change, but I did. I see things differently now. I feel lighter. I didn't realize how much I had lost until I started finding it again." The old man nodded. "It was never gone. You just stopped noticing it." Months later, Marcus still writes 3 things every morning. Not because he has to, but because it changed how he experiences life. His job is the same. His routine is the same. But his mind is different. And that changed everything. You may not be able to control everything that happens in your life. But you can control what you choose to focus on. And that focus shapes your entire experience. So tomorrow morning, before you reach for your phone, before the world rushes in, take 5 minutes. Write down 3 real, specific things you're grateful for. Do it for 30 days. And see what happens. Because life doesn't get better by chance. It gets better by what you choose to notice. If this story spoke to you and you want more stories like this to help you grow, make sure you subscribe and stay connected. You don't want to miss what's coming next.